Nike versus Adidas. Who is richer? Hey guys, today we're going to talk about Nike versus Adidas. Who is richer? Let's get right into it. If you are a frequent traveler and understand the value of good footwear in your life, you will relate to this video and want to reach a conclusion at the end. Adidas and Nike are the first brands that come to mind when you think of sneakers for a trip. The Nike versus Adidas debate has been raging for quite some time. Both are well-known brands that excel at what they do. Nike has always reigned supreme in the world of sportswear and sneakers. This scenario, however, has recently changed. Let's dig in and see what has changed. Our minds or the quality of these brands. And also, who will triumph at the end of this Nike versus Adidas battle. To begin, Adidas is Europe's largest sportswear manufacturer and the world's second largest after Nike. Adolf Dassler founded the company. In 1924, his elder brother, Rudolf Dassler, joined him and both opened the Dassler Brothers Shoe Factory. Adolf had a strong passion for sports and not just one. His hobbies included skiing, soccer, football, and boxing. He knew that every sport is different and that a sportsman faces difficulties because the same footwear is used in different activities. That is where he saw a market, and his thought process began to create sport-oriented shoes that could improve athletes' performance. Later that year, in 1949, both brothers' relationships fell apart. Adolf founded Adidas, and Rudolf founded Puma, which became Adidas' main competitor at the time. Adidas was named after Adolf's first two letters and the first three letters of his second name. The Adidas logo was chosen because of a unique feature in their shoe. The three stripes were used on the company's products as a shoe design and for comfort. Their distinctive feature was their logo. Adolf made a wise decision. Meanwhile, Nike is an American multinational corporation that is the world's largest manufacturer and supplier of athletic footwear and apparel. It was valued at $19 million as a brand in 2014, making it the #1 brand in the sports industry. Blue Ribbon Sports was founded in 1964 by Bill Bowerman and Phil Knight, both of whom were University of Oregon track athletes. In 1971, BRS was renamed Nike. The name was inspired by the Greek goddess of victory, Nike. Initially, the company served as a distributor for Japanese shoemaker Onitsuka Tiger. Bowerman's first pair of shoes were made for Otis Davis, who went on to win 2 gold medals in the 1960 Summer Olympics. BRS initially sold 1,300 pairs of Japanese running shoes and earned a total of $8,000. However, by 1971, BRS and Tiger's relationship was coming to an end. BRS had already prepared their first line of shoes, the Swoosh, by that time. The agency created its first advertisement, "There is no finish line," in 1977. Following that was Just Do It, which debuted in 1988. Throughout the 1980s, it expanded its product line to cover many different regions around the world. But who is wealthier? Nike and Adidas are the world's two largest footwear companies with $182 billion and $36 billion in revenue respectively. Despite new entrants into the market in recent years, a small number of heavyweights continue to dominate. Nike and Adidas have not only maintained their positions, but have also grown several times in the last decade. Brand competition is a driving force for both companies. Although these two companies appear to have identical business models, there are significant differences between them. Nike is the world's largest sportswear company. In 2021, its global annual revenue was $44.53 billion. Adidas, on the other hand, made $25 billion in the same year. In terms of revenue, the American company had nearly double that of the German behemoth. This disparity has widened dramatically, as Nike's revenue was only 1.43 times greater. Nike has a $20 billion war chest in terms of gross profit. Adidas has only $12.7 billion. Nike also has more than $13 billion in cash on hand, more than Adidas, Puma, Asics, Under Armour, Skechers, and Anta put together. Adidas came nowhere close with its $3.4 billion. The difference is $9.6 billion. Nike can launch new projects and continue organic growth by reinvesting profits with high efficiency and massive cash flow. Nike, for example, was able to open a whole lab that works with athletes to help them perform better and get feedback on new products because of its size. Nike owns more than a quarter of the global athletic footwear market. Although the shoe market is not limited in size and new players enter on a monthly basis, Nike's scale creates a massive competitive moat. Adidas is also massive, outpacing small and medium-sized businesses. However, because it is the industry's second largest player, it must compete with the #1. And, by every known metric, Adidas loses the size battle to Nike. It controls approximately 15% of the market. It is impossible for Adidas and other competitors to take a significant market share away from Nike because the sportswear behemoth can simply outspend them all. According to the statistics, investing in Nike for the long term is a much better choice. Nike is a massive company that is expanding rapidly, is expertly managed, and has a powerful brand. Adidas operates in a volatile environment. Compared to Nike, this company is much less well managed and has a weaker brand. It is also much smaller. Nike is currently the uncontested leader in this industry, and Adidas still has a ways to go before it can catch up to them. That's all for today, and we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.